Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and let's talk about the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead. So let's talk about this episode. So pretty much, it's Rick and the gang going to the hospital, trying to get Beth and Carol, trying to make a deal throughout the whole episode. They make a deal. Beth is pretty stupid, and she's like, well, Dawn, now I know why you do the things you do, because she gets Noah back. This is not part of the deal. Noah comes back to Dawn, and Beth's a little upset about that, and she thinks she's like kind of almighty, and she stabs Dawn in the chest. And Dawn, out of, I guess, habit, out of instinct, shoots Beth in the head. So Maggie is not very happy about this. Everyone's very upset that Beth is now dead. And that's the end of the episode. So what did I think about this episode as a whole? I'm going to say, let's go with the negatives first. There's a couple of negatives here. I think the pacing was really off on this episode. For a mid-season finale, I've seen a lot better from the show. There's been a lot better mid-season finales. But what makes this episode, obviously, is the death. But I don't like that idea, that the thing that made this episode's only a death. I mean, I know it's The Walking Dead, you know, that's what the show's about, life and death. But I would like to see the story progress in a different way. There wasn't much of a cliffhanger to show where the show's really going. And I have a fear that the writers don't really know where the show's going or the season's going. But since the beginning, we haven't really moved story-wise. And that's a big, I think, hiccup of this episode, is that you see that. You don't really know where it's going, the show, in a bad way. So I think that was a kind of a negative with this episode. But going to the death, the positive was, of course, having a big character die. I think the fandom of Walking Dead is kind of split on Beth. Either you hate Beth or you're okay with Beth. Or, you know, there's people that really enjoy Beth also. For me, I liked Beth's character. You know, was she the best on the show? No. I mean, she kind of lasted a bit longer than everyone expected. But she's connected to a lot of people. You know, Daryl and Maggie the most. Daryl had that somewhat connection with Beth. And Maggie being her sister. Maggie really not having anyone that was in her core family. Only having Glenn now because they're kind of married. So yeah, it's interesting to see that Beth had a lot of connections, and hopefully we get an aftermath when the show returns in February, how people are feeling about Beth's death. I really hope it's just not just a plain death. I hope it actually does something for these characters, which I think it will from the coming attractions we did see after the episode. So, did Beth go out with guns blazing? No, she really doesn't. The thing she does wasn't truly needed, and I think that's something that upset me, but also is very in character for Beth. I think she thought she was better than I guess she actually is, and she, in her mind, feels she understood Dawn, and she stabs her. I mean, she's planning this the whole time, and she thought she would get away with it, and she doesn't. This was not the smartest idea ever. I mean, this wasn't the best death because of that. It was a shocking death. I don't know if I expected Beth to die. I was expecting one of the other Expendables to die this episode, but yeah, this so could have been avoided. I mean, of course you get to see Noah, like I like to call him, Everybody Hates Chris, go back on Rick's side, but do we like Everybody Hates Chris? I kind of like Beth better. So yeah, the thing that happened could have been avoided. They could have tried to figure out a different way to get Noah, or, you know, I don't know. The way Beth handled it was not good. And she wasn't even saying, oh, let's get Noah, I want Noah. She's just like, I know what you're all about, and stabs her. So, I don't know how to feel about that. So, overall, I was surprised by the death, and that does make the episode, but it wasn't the best death. I think it would have been more interesting if Beth really sacrificed herself and died in a better way. I think more people would have had more respect for her, but she died in a way that people wouldn't have respect for Beth. So overall, I wasn't disappointed with the episode, but I do believe that the season needs to get a lot better with pacing. And we'll see where the show goes. But yeah, definitely excited for the show to return in February. Hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, I'll be reviewing The Walking Dead when it returns. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and The Right Situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later.